everybody, this is Shanna with Shanna Sweets. Thank you for joining me for this Sweet as a Peach online class tutorial. You will need the Sweet as a Peach stamp set at least, but it does come as a bundle with dies. I have die cut all the this part of it for you, but if you want to get it as a bundle, you save 10%. In this class, you would have received half a pack of paper. If you live locally, you would have gotten it 12 by 12, one of each designer series paper. If you had mailed it to you, you would have received it cut 6 by 12. You receive a card kit with all the card bases and supplies that's not the DSP cut up. You receive a roll of Flirty Flamingo ribbon, and you receive a embellishment of these loose flower flourishes. You also receive a PDF that at the time of this video I have not, I'm having some computer issues, but I wanted to go ahead and get the video made, so I am doing that. The PDF does have the measurements for the DSP to be cut at, but I will try to tell you also in this video. We're going to go ahead. You will need Old Olive stamp pad, Pale Papaya stamp pad, and Flirty Flamingo stamp pad. You will not need any blends in this class this time. You will also need some adhesive. I'm probably just going to use my Seal Plus this time, and multi-glue and some glue dots. You will also need some sort of Post-it or masking, because we are going to use masking on a peach paper. So let's get to it. We got some super cute cards to make this time, and I'm going to use a foam mat because this is photopolymer stamps and they will stamp better. So for this first card, we're going to make this Pale Papaya card, and it opens like this. So I have cut a 4, okay, wait a minute. Yeah, it was 4 1/4 by 11, and then I scored it at 5 1/2, and then I cut 2 inches, this from the what would be the top of your card down to the score line off. Okay, I hope that all makes sense. And that is going to be the front of our card. Okay, now for the inside, now this one I chose to do flowers, but for this one I'm going to do peaches. So I chose the peach DSP, and I cut a piece by 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm just going to go ahead and put that on the inside of my card. I feel like that's somewhat directional here. Okay, and then for this piece here, I'm going to use a piece of 2, because this is a little greater than 2 inches down here. So we're going to use a piece of 2 inch by 5 1/4 for the lower piece. And I still used peaches, but I used one that was like blue. So that's going to go on the bottom. Now, I'm going to go ahead before we start stamping and put these two pieces down. The thing about these two pieces is you want them to line up, okay? So I kind of want it in the center. So I'm going to glue the white one down first. So I'm going to put me some glue and kind of put that in the center, okay? Then I'm going to put glue on the lower half. And line it up with the top, all right? Because I want this piece to cover that white piece when my card is closed, okay? And while I'm putting stuff down, I have a piece of bark here, tree limb, whatever. And I'm just going to go ahead and put that down because I just feel like I want to get rid of this stuff, okay? So in your packet, you will have a piece that we're going to stamp there. We're going to stamp our sentiment. And then you have peaches or you have flowers, okay? I'm going to stamp peaches. So you choose, okay? Now, because these are already die cut out, it's just easier to stamp them upside down. But I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment. I'm going to stamp thanks very much. Or thanks so much, I guess. Okay. I'm gonna then I'm going to take my old olive. Okay. Turn my die cut around so I can see. And lay it down on top. I do this with all my cling stamps, but because, I mean, you can line it up also, but I feel like I get it more even this way, okay? And especially with the peaches because they're loose, okay? You can, if you have the dies, you can stamp them out and then die cut them because you have the die, but when you don't have the die, that's not going to work very well. And so these do look a little bit different, so I guess you just have to play it by ear and look at them. You can tell this one's got a little pointy, so it's this one with the little pointiness. There's a notch in this one. So that is our stamping. Now we're going to take and just put some glue. And lay our, and it doesn't matter whether these are the peaches or the flowers, they just kind of line up in these open spots on the and then I'm going to go ahead and lay the sentiment down flat, and I'm going to lay it down a little bit down here. And then I'm going to just tie a bow with our ribbon. And of course a glue dot. And I'm just going to stick it here on the corner. Now the flowers, so this obviously on this one I put the flowers right in the middle. Not like you can totally do that with so you just have to, and I use the glue dots for these, but I feel like I can kind of put one at the top of where that Peaches would maybe have a leaf or something. Now these tiny little ones, you kind of got to push the glue dot up so it's not sticking over. And I feel like I want some color, so I'm going to use a pink one here. On this one. Okay, card number 1. So this time we're going to do happy birthday, and we're not actually going to do any peaches or anything, so we're just going to do happy birthday. So we're going to stamp happy birthday on the circle, and this one I'm going to, I got a Post-it here that I started. I layered my happy birthday, so you want to cover your birthday and then stamp happy so that you can put happy in kind of the middle. Okay, and I got my trusty little cleaner here, and now we're going to cover up the birthday and stamp birthday in the middle, and that is literally all the stamping we are going to do. So this circle is going to go on our scallop. We're going to do another bow, so let's just tie our bow while we got our ribbon sitting here. I think I'm going to leave that one kind of big. Okay, so you have some crumb cake, and it's 8.5 by 5.5, and you're just going to fold it. And then you have some soft suede that has been ran through, and you got to decide which, I want the rougher side. So I'm going to use my wet glue while I got it out here. So then I have some DSP. I've chosen some with the flower here. The DSP measures 2 inches by 3 inches. And I'm just going to layer it down a little ways, put it up against the edge here of my soft suede. And then I have some more DSP, which is the back side, and I'm going to use the stripes. And it is 3/4 by 3 3/4. And you can cut a banner, or if you have this trusty little banner punch, then you can just run it in that real quick and cut you out a little banner. And so we're going to just place that at the lower edge of our other piece. And then we can take us some dimensionals I have here. I'm going to use, I think, my edge piece here. And just like that. We're going to plop that right along there. Got it a little crooked, so let's straighten it up a little bit. Let's put a glue dot on our happy birthday, or a bow, excuse me. And I'm kind of sticking that here in this corner. Thought I could leave it a little big, but it's going to bug me. There we was hoping like that. Now here I can use some more, maybe some of these purple ones. There we go. That's card number 2. We're going to do the soft sea foam. This is going to, we're going to stamp on our peach and the leaf and this little signage. So you need the peach, the pale papaya. So we're going to just stamp directly on. You don't have to do it upside down. You can see really easy, right like that. And then you're going to use the old olive and you're going to stamp it right here on the soft sea foam. Nice contrast. And then you can put have a peachy day, or you can choose some other sentiment that will fit in this little adorable little scallopy rectangle there. Okay, now you can choose to use oh, here we go, a couple little, they've got this little notch here for you to attach your leaf to your peach. So I'm going to use a couple of them just to make sure it sticks well. And we're going to attach that right here behind our peach. And then we're going to secure it a little bit more with some dimensionals. I feel like I better stick one more just to be on the safe side. I'm going to go ahead and stick some, and this is actually going to go on top of some ribbon, so I'm really going to put a whole bunch of dimensionals on here also, because it's going to, we're also going to stamp on this circle. We are going to stamp the little I guess it's like a little asterisk or star, or I'm not exactly sure what it is. It's this little bitty thing. So let's just, and I'm doing like two-tone. So just stamp it. Our peach is going to be in the middle, so I guess it doesn't really matter what goes there, but so this is going to go on top of our blue circle, and then our peach is going to go like that. Okay. Now, take your card, soft seafoam card, and it's 8.5 by 5.5. Fold it in half, and then I've taken this DSP right here. I'm using the blue dotted side though. It's 4 by 5.25, and it's going to go down on the bottom. Then I have a piece of soft seafoam that is 3 7/8 by 2 5/8. And it's going to go down across the top half here. Then your DSP, which measures 2 1/4 by 3 3/4, is going to go in the soft seafoam. Then you can glue your little circle at the lower part of that. Then you're going to take your peach. Sorry, before you get that glue sets, I did actually put this like this. So just twist it and then put like a glue dot. So you can, so stick the edges out like that, and then I'm going to leave it like this time. This one here, I put the edge around it first and then put a big bow that way. But this time I'm just going to leave it and leave the edges sticking out. So you have your option of whichever way you want to do it. Okay? There's 2 ways to do that. I hope that makes sense. So you can either loop like this and tuck that behind, or like I just did, pull it up and then tuck it so that it sticks out like that. I kind of like it both ways. Okay. Now we're going to get some more flowers and put them on our card. All right, card number 3. You have a piece of green paper that is 5.5 by 8.5. It is scored at a 2-inch mark and a 4 1/4 inch mark, and you are going to measure 2 inches from the bottom. So fold your card, okay? Fold your card, I messed up. And then the side that you want your card this way, you're going to measure 2 inches up from the bottom. Okay, so 2 inches from the bottom. Okay, and then take the top of the 4-inch, so the top of the 4-inch, 4 1/4, and then your 2-inch mark, and line them up, and then cut. All right, then you should have a pretty deep angle, just like that. And then what you'll do is you're going to fold it and then fold it back. Okay? Then your DSP, you're going to have one piece that is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay? Then you're going to have 2 pieces that are 3 1/2 by 2, and one piece that is 5 1/4 by 2. Now, because we're not going to put anything on this piece, but we're going to put 2 pieces here. So the piece that is the long piece, you want to measure down 1 3/4. Okay, so then you can take the corner down to your mark and cut on the side that you want sticking up. Okay, then that should line up. Okay, and if your pencil mark is still there, then you should have an eraser, which what I did. Oh well, I'll erase it later. Now your other 2, you're going to measure 1 3/4 also, but you have to make sure that you do it on the right sides, okay? Because this side, so I want this one, this one is going to go on this side next to the flowers. So I've measured 1 3/4. All right, so then that one's going to line up like that. But this one, I want the green on the inside, but I want my line to go that way. So I need my 1 3/4 mark to be on this side of the paper. So I need to line that corner with there. So make sure that you're careful and you're paying attention. And then I definitely need my eraser because I've written all over that one too. Okay, well, that one worked. It's only paper, people. Can recut it. It's not gold. And then this one's going to go on the inside. Of course, I always forget to put my ribbon underneath it before I put my glue down, because I'm an idiot. So, and of course I used wet glue this time, so it's not going to be as forgiving. So, I'm going to do my little trick that I like to do and tuck it. Okay, so this side we are going to, I'm going to go ahead and glue this down so it can adhere to this. And look, it's going to cover up my pencil mark, so I won't worry about that. And I'm going to put this ink pad on there. All right, let me set this aside for a second while we're going to stamp on this circle. Okay, and we're going to stamp our peach. And this is where you want to have a mask. So if you've never made a mask, you just cut it on some Post-it or masking paper, and then you cut it out. Okay, and then you just put that over it, and then you stamp your leaf like that. Okay, and then you can pull it up and you have your leaf sticking out. All right. And then that is going to go right here in our circle. And then we're going to put a little flower. Maybe. And I'm going to okay, and then you have this big one here, and this is going to go right here, and we're going to position it so that when we can put our banner. Okay, so you have this little bitty banner right here. All right, and you want it. Okay, so we're going to stamp on that little bitty banner. And you can put your as to a sweet friend. So I put here your as, and then we're going to put sweet as a peach. I thought, what did I do with it? Here it is. All right, let's do that all in pink so we can see it better. So let's do, oh, I guess I did thanks for being sweet. Thanks for being sweet. So you can pick either one. Thanks for being sweet as a peach, or you're as sweet as a peach. So it's easier to glue this on first. So that way you know where it's going. Because you want to put your we're going to make this into a little banner. We want our sweet as a peach to be right next to it, okay? And then we can use one of our little peachy flowers. On there. And you know, I still have some more, so let's just add, I'm gonna add another one up there. Alrighty. Okay guys, I've had some computer difficulties, so this is probably going to stay in this portrait mode and not landscape. I'm sorry. Didn't realize till mostly through this that it didn't record on my iPad. So, sorry. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this class, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!